doctor said I need a Beckyotomy. Like,
I say that all the time, and I didn't fall.
share, subscribe, share the live, get 5. Oh, today is a special day in the Rebellion verse. We're gonna get right to it. We have Dre. With Dre, like I think Dre should do the honors today. This is a show that he has helped me put together, and I would like for him to introduce our guest today's share.
All right. So, first guest is none other than my own mother, Donna.
Donna, what's happening there?
Go ahead,
What's
introduce
up?
yourself. Let them know what you do while you're here today.
Well, we share this
I
live.
am the team manager for McInville Paranormal that is based in Phoenix. And yeah, general badass in the paranormal field.
Oh, that's
Oh, sorry.
It's my own mother.
I told Michael to watch it. Look at me.
It was my own mother.
Continue, god damn it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have the very blunt, keep it 100 psychic, Michael. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Michael, psychic medium, gifted since I was 4 years old. I'm on the McInville Paranormal team. Donna's my sister from another mister. She is a bad double hockey whatever.
No, you
And
can say it now.
yeah, I was waiting for 8 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
She still got her timer on.
Hey, but that's how you come up in the Rebellion verse. You throw a bomb in here. So that's
Yeah,
she did it right.
I
Already
was about to say,
crossed that
is
plane.
Ash really gonna do that to us though? Is that really gonna throw us
Well,
off like
I
that?
know, right?
Yeah.
So, question real
Yeah.
quick.
Ass is in the Bible, so what can we say?
Oh, dang.
Michael, so
Yes.
what's the difference between a psychic and a medium? Because a person like myself would think there was the same thing. Can you differentiate what they are for me real quick?
Sure, there's different gifts for that. So a psychic can often predict or help you with your future, your past, see things in their third eye, sort of. And a medium, basically what a medium is a medium meets like spiritual entities at a different range. They come up to that medium range where they can communicate. So like for me, I can hear, see, smell, people who have passed. Where in my psychic abilities, I can see things like images. I can do psychometry around people as well, depending on the object. I can where it's at. So yeah, there's a difference. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fire. I would see. I'm just let you know. I hear you blunt. You straightforward. Can you smell? Like a stank ass? Do they be stinking?
I have smelled what I perceive as sulfur, so it is stink gas.
Like brimstone?
Yeah. Do what?
Was that
Fire
don't they
and
consider that like
fire.
brimstone?
My parents' home?
No, brimstone.
No,
Oh, brimstone. Fire and brimstone? No, that's not.
So
No,
Donna,
I just get smells.
Donna, I had a question. So I was doing some research on you,
It's
and it says y'all use cat balls. Is this true?
We
Yeah.
don't cut them off the cat though.
Okay, so I want to know a little bit more of that. What's going on with that? Is that a thing?
yeah. They're the cat
Okay, 'cause-
toys, and they're about that. They're about that. It's a cat toy.
Wait, what's going on? I can't hear.
You want to know what?
Yeah, you cut out there, Mom, I think.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a cat ball is literally a cat toy, and
Oh,
it's about
okay.
that big around, and you push the button on it, and then when something touches it, or when a cat touches it, it lights up, and it's got all of these lights to it. So we use it as a motion sensor.
It's
So
it's
if
a cheap
something touches
motion
it and lights
sensor.
up, yeah,
Yeah, it's cheap.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
so
they're like, you can get like 4 or 5 of them for like $10 or something. So yeah,
okay.
it's just a cheap way of communication.
just to address Wakeful real quick, this is the paranormal show. We talked about real life experiences today.
Hey, so if you're scared, get out.
We're talking ghostly stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it says you also do alien work. I found out. Is that? Am I accurate on that?
They say what?
That you kind of look into like alien phenomena and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't as per se, but we don't rule it out. I mean, because
Okay.
for anybody to think that we're the only planet that has life on it, it's just ridiculous to me.
That part.
Yeah.
There's a lot of activity in Arizona regarding that.
Oh, yeah.
too.
As far as
Mysterious
what?
lights and all kinds of stuff.
Aliens. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've always said life as we know it means exactly what you say. Life as we know it. It doesn't mean that there's not life as we don't know it on other planets that we just can't fathom because
Yep.
we only know life as we know it. You know what I'm saying? So there could definitely be other shit other places.
Hey, you look like you get
As
your
big
hair
as the
done.
universe
I am
is.
getting my hair
Yeah,
done.
it's just ridiculous.
Hey, so
yeah.
go ahead, Bobby. Go
Hey,
ahead.
I got a question.
Raise your hand.
So you guys, you do like a paranormal as an umbrella. Have you ever had?
Hey,
I'm
hold on,
correct.
Bobby. What's on your
Okay.
head, man?
Oh man, this
That shit cold. I ain't gonna lie to
Hey.
him. That shit raw.
hey,
That's a tailspin hat.
hey, that's a badger head. So it protects me. You know what I'm saying? It protects me from different various psychic attacks.
That's yeah. That's 100%. That's 100% Nicaraguan badger.
Just to let you know, it doesn't bother me, but you know, good try.
I thought they used the aluminum foil hats for that. I thought they used the aluminum foil hats for
I
that.
thought Bobby
I
was
was
trying to
just about
be
to say
Inosuke up in here today.
You know,
Okay, go ahead, Bobby. Go ahead.
Hey, so question.
What were you saying, Bobby?
So have you guys also as far as your investigations are concerned, I did have a question. So have you ever had any intersectionality where there may have been like ghosts, something like that, and UFO activity all kind of interconnected? Have you guys ever experienced those two phenomenon while during an investigation? And if so,
I haven't. No.
okay,
No, I haven't either.
okay,
Are you asking? You asking together?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
well, aliens don't like ghosts. They've been beefing for centuries. You ain't read the scribes.
I don't think they like people either. That's why they just fly over and look. They think we're crazy because the way we treat each other.
Apparently, they only wanted to help the Egyptians. That was about it.
So Donna, give us I wanted to know, and I was talking to Dre earlier, and he also was fathoming what got you into what you do right now.
I've always been interested. I had some experiences like right after my mom passed. I was kind of interested anyway. I used to go on ghost tours when I was in Illinois, and then after my mom passed, we were at the house and somebody kept knocking on the door, and the twins would run outside to see who it was, and there wasn't nobody there. And then knock on the door again, wasn't nobody there. Somebody knocked on my window. The twins, one ran out the back door, one ran out the front door, and nobody's there. So I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of, but like I said, I was kind of interested anyway. And then when I got to Arizona, Erica, who was our administrator, she had on Facebook that they was looking for investigators. And I was like, ooh, I want to get in.
Yeah, nice.
So that's how I got started. And now I'm team manager.
Yeah, fire.
So, I joke around and say we're like first responders. We run in the building when people running out.
Right. So I was just I want to get to something in that field. Michael, you had I know you said you had this dealt with you when you was little, but what made you want to like start helping people or doing what you do right now? What made you want to go in that direction?
It's always been there. I've been gifted and interested in other things since a very young age, and knowing that there was more out there than meets the eye, and a lot of the things we think are true are not true. Um, and it's actually coming to fruition with some of the evidence that they're finding now and things like that. So it's yeah, I just have been always, it's always been in my life. I haven't been without it. I've had some interesting, a lot of interesting experiences through my lifetime.
With spirits, would it be with spirits? Is that I want to make sure I'm using the right terminology. With spirits, is that it?
Well, spirits or entities, yes.
Okay. Have y'all ever? Okay. Excuse me if I'm out of line, but I gotta ask: have you ever bumped into like a horny spirit or something? Like, do your emotions and like feelings translate to the other side?
No, that's called an incubus, and no, I've not experienced an incubus at all.
What about you,
Oh
Dylan?
no! Oh Lord!
My sister got poked in the butt by a spirit.
So it just was like,
that was crazy. Yeah, we were standing there. We were at the Clifton Hotel, and we were standing there, and because there's a spirit of a little boy in there, and she was like, "Something just poked me in the ass."
oh shit.
Hey, we need to bring those spirits to HR. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Hold on. I do have a question for Michael, because I remember watching this dude. I forgot his name, but he records himself. He made like a little show out of it. He drives a taxi, but he's also a psychic. So when people get in the car, he reads off of them. Is there like a level of respect that you all try to keep before addressing people? Like, hey, this is something I'm feeling off of you. Do you want to know, or do you just want me to leave it alone? Like, is there a certain level of respect that you all approach that?
Because it could be great. It could be considered great. So,
yeah, definitely. But there are times when I'll be drinking at a bar and everything goes out the window. But yeah, I know, right? But no, unless there are times when the person who has passed is so strong, they want to give them a message that I have to ask, are they open to things? That happened at work just the other day. A woman had lost her husband, and I was working in the deli, and the husband showed up and had a message. I was like, no, I can't. And he insisted. So I asked her, and of course, the message he had for her was something that she needed to hear, and it helped her for her grieving. I don't, it's he does that, and so does Long Island Medium. They just but you just got to be careful, because they don't show. He probably doesn't show the people that said no, I don't believe, or he's only recording. So for those particular people who are open to the message, then yeah, he'll deliver. But a lot of people, they don't want to know. They just don't want to know. I mean, I've got family members that have that have passed on, that have messages for my cousins and aunts, and my aunt thinks I'm going to hell because she thinks because I talk to dead people, it's not of God. So yeah.
You just said something that intrigued me to ask this question. So
you
said you got to be open to it. So I got to ask this question: Have you, and therefore, what would you say to people that would say, like, have you ever been called a fraud? Like people don't think that you do what you do.
Well, yeah, people always are in disbelief until they are not in disbelief. When I tell them things or I see things, But there are people that think psychics are a fraud, that it's all devil worship and all this other mess, and that's not true. It's a vibrational. If people understood energy and vibrations more, they would understand that we're literally like, this is where normal is, and this is where not normal is in the eyes of most people. For me, I can see beyond that, and I can read vibrations and hear things and see things. You know, it's accepted more now. When I was little, you know, my mom had me on in counseling and on drugs and stuff because of things. So that was back in the 60s, 70s. So
because they were
but
scared.
now it's they were, yeah, I knew what I was seeing. But you know, when you go to your mom at the age of 4 and tell them you're not from here, you're from the stars, they kind of freak out. So yeah.
What about you, Donna? Same question. Like, what would you say to somebody that would be like, yeah, y'all don't see the things that y'all see? What would you say to somebody like that?
Well, you know, there's of course there's more out there than what they can physically see with their eyes. I personally haven't seen anything, but you know, I being around Michael, I just know that, you know, like I said, there's more out there, that if for them to believe that there's not any spirits, or you know, it's ridiculous to me. It's just, you know, I don't know. Because I haven't had that question before.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was going to ask, what creates, like, how is I don't know if y'all can answer this for me, but how is an evil spirit created compared to one that's cool? Because we watched a movie on here called Talk to Me, and I'm still thinking about that movie still to this day. It kind of fucked me up a little bit.
You want to give her the premise real quick? So
go ahead, Bobby. You're better at that than me.
No, what are you gonna say, Donna?
Go ahead,
Mama Dre.
Mama Dre.
Well, I like how he says Donna. He says Mama Dre.
Mama Dre. You can call me Mama D. That's what
there
it is. So basically, the premise is, if you're an asshole in life, you're an asshole in death. You know, that don't change just because you passed away. You know, and like with anything evil, you know, we don't deal with demons and all of that, so we don't touch that. We leave that up to the demonologists. But you know, I don't think, me personally, I don't think demons or something that evil was ever actually human. Yeah, but yeah, like I say, you're an asshole in life, you're an asshole in death.
So I want to ask, that makes sense.
They don't check.
Go ahead. That makes sense, because this is our clay form. If your soul is the embodiment of an asshole, then that's what you're always going to be. So that makes sense.
Yeah, them be the ones knocking over cups and shit and hiding your keys.
Yeah.
Got your ass.
So I went to the actually Michael was with me. We went to the Hacienda Inn in was it Prescott? Is that where it was? Prescott. Yeah, it was in Prescott. And one of the ladies there, she's been a paranormal investigator for like 30 years. And matter of fact, it was the manager of the hotel. That's who it was. She was like, yeah, if you have shiny stuff or you have jewelry laying around, the spirit of, you know, the lady that haunts the place, she was like, well, she likes to hide it, but she always puts it back. I was like, okay.
So the ones that come and like scratch you in your back, this is to both of y'all. Those would be considered what? The ones that can actually interfere, or is that even real? Because I'm getting all this shit from movies.
Yeah. Oh, it's real.
Oh yeah.
It's real. Yeah.
So the ones
I've been scratched, punched, hit, pushed.
So what if they like, what you doing in my house?
Been hitting
you know what I'm saying? Like, what if that was the reason why? I'm sorry. What if that was the reason you got bombed on, because you were in somebody else's house?
Well, you'd be surprised.
Well, so is it an asshole move or is it an evil?
And Michael was there with us.
I think we got a delay going on, down. My bad.
It's an asshole move because, like I said, she got popped in the head one day, and she actually had a knot on her head.
Oh shit! Damn.
I went to the doctor the next day to make sure I didn't have a concussion. That's how bad it hurt.
Damn. Hey,
the ghost was like, next motherfucker walk through here, I'm spilling on that.
Mom, didn't Leroy, and for y'all that don't know, Leroy is one of my twin brothers. When he went with you, didn't something scratch him on the back?
Well, Leroy had a lot of experiences. So we were it was an old tuberculosis clinic. And Leroy, they had this couch on this stage because they do this presentation before the actual tour. And he goes, we were in the women's ward. He goes, any pretty ladies in here with us tonight? And he goes, oh shit. I'm like, what? Something sat on the couch next to him. He felt the couch sink and he jumped up. It was like, oh shit. I don't remember if he got scratched, but he had a lot of personal experiences. And I teased him after that. I was like, Leroy, you gonna go ghost hunting with me? He goes, fuck no.
Now I'm out of here.
All the fluids in my body would have just evacuated.
So yeah, he went in. He did go into this one room. They called it the demon room for whatever reason, and he just got so overcome with, I don't know if it was fear or whatever it was, but he was like hyperventilating and shit.
Like
they
he
had to
just
take
felt
him
that
outside,
energy.
and he just felt it, and he reacted. So they were like, "Come on, let's go outside and sit. Let me get you some water. Sit here and get some air." So yeah, he freaked out. Whatever was in there freaked him out.
Oh damn. Boy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I could call him today. Like, who's gonna? Nope.
So how? Okay, is this just an ability, Michael? You feel like anybody can tap into, or is this something you got to be born with? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think anybody can tap into it. However, with me, well, it depends on the individual, but everybody has their sole purpose that you have inside you, vibrations, and some of you can tap into that. Mom and dads have it. Their intuition. They know when their kids are. That's intuition. That's being psychic.
Yeah, I know
just
she up there fucking up right now. I already know she up there.
I just take it, one step further. I was born with it. I forgot to give you. Can I announce my website on here, and then you guys can
go ahead.
take a look?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's purplewindows.net. So if you click on, you can bring that up and see the things that I have and dreams that I've had that have come to fruition, things like that. Because I do also dream about future events that have come to pass. So
because I've had premonitions that actually came true. We had I also had a premonition I was gonna kick this Buster off the podcast. So I'm saying so what I'm saying is how close is that to the law of attraction?
Hold on, why don't you let her know what it is that you experienced, and then
you messy, Bobby.
Yeah, see, he wants. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Trying to start that shit. He's trying to start.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
I'm not trying to.
Since he already opened up the can of worms, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So I had this experience at work when I worked at a group home, and I was in the back, and the sound of tile and wood screeching across the floor is what I heard. So I came out, and the chairs were moved all the way back from the bar, like the kitchen bars. Yeah. They pushed up and moved all the way back. So the only person that was there was a individual who was handicapped, couldn't walk on his own, and he was already in bed asleep. Now, I ultimately, and I do this with a lot of things, I kind of just be like, oh, there's a reason to explain that. There's a reason that happened. There's something to explain that. And so I think what Bobby is alluding to is that, you're talking about the premonition.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay,
but
see,
go ahead.
I didn't confess something that I didn't want to talk about.
Well, you already know now.
So,
go ahead, though. Go ahead.
That might be that fear that you was talking about earlier. That has me thinking, hey, there must be some reason that this happened. Also, later on that night, the chairs.
You're already started.
Yo, Harley, you want to get up on here?
Oh yeah, Harley in here.
No, no, yeah, she just typed, but I know she said she would try to make it. But yeah,
Okay,
I'm
fine.
asking her now if she want to get up in here on this.
So the chairs in the middle of my sleep, the chairs went on top of the table, upside down, and
Hmm.
I woke up in the middle of the
Gotcha.
night and did some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I give it an excuse. And my question to you, since we own this, like, do evil spirits do stuff like that, or what's going on? We got a kid spirit. What are the things that has you do stuff like that instead of like socking me in my mouth as in the other one did?
So, yeah, there's something called residual energy, which often turns into what is termed as a poltergeist energy, which, from what I'm getting and tuning into your experience, that's what it was. Sometimes the activity starts when things are being moved around and the entity doesn't like that, so he'll just show you like stop moving stuff or not. It's also just a show of, I'm here. You got to deal with it, live with it. There are ways to do a cleansing on that, but most of the time, the poltergeist activities are just an annoyance. Growing up, my grandmother in her home had, well, what my mom said before we were born, she was in a house that the drawers were open and forks and stuff would pop out. And my grandmother, so I know my grandmother, she's a Southern belle, and
I'm sorry,
she's
Axel
she
had them
lives in
goosebumps. I saw him have to rub
Yeah, hey,
himself.
that's your.
oh,
Look out of here. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, so she just told him to knock that shit off, which grandma cussing is kind of weird, but yeah, and she said once she did that, everything calmed down. So you do have control. You are
Whoa,
in
whoa, whoa.
control in this realm. So definitely.
Yo, they're cutting the head off. What you over there doing? Doing something evil over there?
No,
Harley came in right with her goat's blood. Like, hold up, man.
Finishing up that body. You over there hacking up.
no. I'm actually in the middle of decorating. My coworkers put us in a doggone competition, and so I'm making a pumpkin, but I'm painting Tiffany from Chucky on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Donna and Michael, this is Dr. Harley Quinzel. Dr. Harley
Hello.
Quinzel, this is Michael and Donna. This is our other horror spirit realm engineer. I just gave her that name off the fly right
What is a horror engineer? That's
there.
a spirit engineer. Oh my god.
Hey, I gotta give you 6 points for that, man. That's
All right. So did y'all have any other questions, or did you want my mom to jump into playing some of the things that she's captured as far as audio?
yes, I do have. I got one more question. I'll try to make it quick. Have you guys
Yeah.
ever been on a case where like we see movies like The Conjuring and things like that where the thing was just so intense, right? Like and you like they actually, obviously through the movie they kind of saw the whole thing through. Have you guys ever had a case where you had to get it over to a different group of a different team of individuals because the activity there was just too much for you guys?
No, because we're really good at what we do.
No, that's right.
Look, they
Nope.
mad. Look,
We have done residential investigations, and Michael and then one of the other ladies, she was my lead investigator. They actually cleansed the house because there was a spirit there that was antagonizing the owner. They was moving stuff and throw. He actually had a fan that was thrown from his bathroom counter into the wall, and he showed it to us. It was all broken up in pieces. So we did an investigation there, and yeah, it was crazy.
wow.
So we didn't.
Is that the one
They
you told
felt
me
it.
about?
We
Where
didn't. I don't think. Oh, my camera stopped working. That's what it was. So
So we lost you again. Hey man,
Wait, what?
y'all done brought the spirits in here. See what
Yeah,
happened?
there's definitely a delay.
Hey, now something wrong with your mic, Dre. Hey, I'm about to be out of here. Y'all better fix that stuff.
yeah, what you saying, Greg?
I was saying, was that the story you were telling me about where you all went to a guy's house and found out that there was a connection to like a specific statue or something he had, like a statue or a bobblehead or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So did Donna freeze?
I think so.
Okay.
No.
Probably.
Nope.
I don't know.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So I think your
Probably.
mom
I
told
got crappy.
you the story. So prior to us going there, we were in the car. So usually, before we get to an investigation, within like miles, within I'm starting to get things of the home or the place or anything else. And I told her, I said, there's, I think it was, I told her about this picture, or there's trees. There's, I don't know. I described the home, never being there. Also, that there was an army, like and he was a military vet. And
The statue.
yeah, so that's what I was describing on the way in, as well as what the house looked like and things like that. And we found that in the house. So yeah, because I can do what they
So
call
yeah, when we
remote
do an
viewing.
investigation, we don't
Go ahead.
we don't tell her anything about a location. So we wait till we get there, and then for her to pick up on whatever's going on.
So
Yeah.
are you picking up anything on in this room?
Did I freeze again?
Hold on.
No, you're not hey, Mom, jump
Nah,
out
it's
and come
me
back
there.
in
Did I
because
freeze
I
again?
think you are delayed. I think you're getting our voices really late.
No.
Hey, Michael, did you
Hey,
hear my
hey,
question, Michael?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
listen. No.
Are you
no,
picking up anything in this room right now while you in here?
Well, yeah, I have a gift that I can
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
super
can
delayed
see
for her.
like pictures around people, which are what Carl Jung, who's a psychologist, did a work on dream studies and dream work. And so pictures have meanings in your dreams and such. Like, for instance, if you see a ladder in your dream, it could be you're climbing up the corporate ladder. There's a lot of things. So as I'm going through, I'm getting pictures on some of you that might relate to what you're going through in life right now.
So can you
If
see
that
like
makes sense.
so can you see like the spirit of like a bitch ass thing? Can you? Now I want to know. Like somebody that's like a straight sucker.
No,
mean-
no.
Oh my
These
God,
are
no.
What I miss?
these are good ones. I mean,
Those
they're good.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is excellent. I asked her if she's ever got
Oh,
like a vision of
God.
like a bitch ass thing.
No,
No,
I have not. You are too funny. Have not.
Oh my
there was a
God.
bitch ass thing on this podcast. We gonna go into Dre if you want to go ahead and let's do this. I was kind of trying to procrastinate this. If you can tell, go ahead, Dre, and hook it up, man.
All right, so my mom says she did bring some audios that we can listen to. Michael says she already got a read on me earlier too, so I'm willing to go with that after we do the audio and stuff.
Hey, all right, let's go. Now, hey,
Harley, what was
I
that?
have to tell Andre.
hey, Doc,
I didn't
What'd you
say
say?
anything.
I think I told Andre before. You remember, Andre, that sword you bought when you were on your 18th birthday?
The one with the
You
cobra
bought a
handle.
sword. Oh. Yeah. So I came home from work one night. I was working at Target. I picked up a second job during the holidays. And I came home from work one night. LaRon is sitting in the living room with this sword across his lap. And I walk in and he looked at me. He goes, "Don't say anything." I heard footsteps and everybody in the house was asleep and the floor was carpeted and he was freaked out. It was like 12 o'clock at night.
hey. Well, I did.
So This EVP, I might have to put it up to. I'm not sure if this is a new computer, so I think the mic might be up here by the camera. But this EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, you may be able to hear me say it. We're in this place in Oracle, and we're at the American Flag Ranch, and we're actually going back there Saturday. You can hear me say, "Is anybody here wants to talk to me?" Did you hear that?
No.
That was very
So
clear. I did. Like, oh,
He's out of there already.
okay. Where you go?
No.
Yo, they responded fast as hell.
Yeah,
That was fast.
yeah.
Is that like
So
I don't like you? Like how you know? Like yeah. How do you
So
break that one down?
So at the time of the recording, because there was a young lady, we were holding events. So we had people from the public. We were giving away tickets to investigate with us. So there was a young lady following me around with a video camera. So at the time it happened, I didn't hear anything. It wasn't until I was reviewing the evidence that I heard it. And I'm in my room and going, holy shit! Lorraine was like, what? I'm like, you gotta hear this. So I was so excited.
He's like,
All
no.
right. You all right over there, Bobby?
Hey, you would have seen speed like you never seen before in your life.
You know,
I'm
it's funny
talking
because
about
one of my sister's friends, because my sister's actually my researcher, and he go, "Yeah, I'll be ghost hunting. Black people don't do that. We got enough problems being black. We don't need to be chasing ghosts."
Hey, whoever said that, I agree.
Let me see. Which one is this one?
Bobby would have got the kung fu hustle animation on his legs.
Hey,
Let's see.
so Dre was telling me about a. Should I drop it?
Hold on.
Hold on. Okay, that was too long. So, so this one, we're at a cemetery in Mesa, the Mesa Cemetery, and I had a cat ball. We were in the children's section, so I'm talking about the cat balls, and like you can touch it, you can make this light up, and then you can hear a kid's voice. You can hear it say cat. I'm like, did I hear cat?
Hey.
Hey, somebody should have
laughed after that.
Hey, somebody should have whooped his little. Hey, somebody get him.
Because he said cat. What are you talking about, man?
That was me. I said cat. So what we use is a spirit box. So with the spirit box, I have an external speaker hooked up to it. So with a spirit box, it scans radio frequencies. So the idea behind it is that spirits use the radio frequencies to communicate. So that's what I was using when I picked that up. So I was able to hear the word cat at the time. Now, cat, did you say cat? So that's what you can hear me saying, because I did actually hear it when it happened.
They call that white noise, don't they?
Let's see.
Don't be racist.
Yeah, it's the same as white noise. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now we on that.
Comedic cue.
Hey, how can you tell if it's a black kid or a white kid? Mexican kid?
You cannot.
Okay. There we go.
That's funny. Let's see. This one, I think he's saying bad one. I'm not. Yeah.
I heard one. Whoa.
Yeah, I heard one.
Yeah. It was like
that freezes.
You sound like Xerxes. Like one.
Hey,
so what?
Go ahead, Bobby.
No, so what was this? So can explain that one though. Like what was happening with that one?
Ooh.
said bad one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bad
Yeah,
one.
definitely said bad one. What the hell?
Yeah, that one I think was at was one of the cemeteries too.
What up, Andy?
So I haven't
So
seen anything yet, but we definitely picked up voices. And then I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what happened to this. We're in Gleason, and I had the radio going. I heard, "You're amazing."
you're what? Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, you are
Oh.
freezing up again, Mom.
Hey, the spirits.
There's probably even a delay before she even hears what I said.
Yeah, you can
That's
try to make
what's
up. You can
happening.
try to. Yeah, you can try to make it up if you want. But I know what's really going on in here. Y'all want to scare the host of the building.
We're gonna turn Exo into a believer yet.
Yeah.
So-
Harley,
You'll learn about the shit.
I want to know your because you was gonna tell us, but you didn't tell us. You want to tell us about one of your scariest situations?
I was
You
gonna tell
mentioned it. You mentioned it, yeah, but you was like, nah.
I mean, I got a lot of situations. Like I told well, they're not with my dad anymore, but they ghost hunted, and I used to be the one who would listen to the audios for them to catch what they couldn't catch, because I could hear what they couldn't hear. And probably the weirdest or scariest or whatever you want to call it was I live in Vegas, so it was a house out here in what we call Summerlin. I don't know if you guys got to go around the city.
Yeah.
But the Summerlin area. And I went into the house with them, but I didn't get to be there when they were doing the voice and the actual investigation. I had to go to work. But I told her before I left that the house has it was a dark feeling that I felt, and that there was something there with like a hat that sits low and you couldn't see its face, like it was void of a face. And so when I went to her house the next day, I got to listen to, she's like, you gotta hear this recording. And at first it's just trying to how her recording was, but she's like, somebody listening and somebody here, do you want to talk? And I heard what sounded like an extremely deep growl. Like it should have been an animal, but there was no animals in the house. And I kept saying, you can't hear that? And she's like, I don't hear anything. But I heard it clear as day. And I was like, well, I will not be going back to the house. I don't know that you hear this. And nobody else can hear it. But I heard it. And I, to this day, can still hear it, if I think back to it. And it didn't sound like an animal, but it was clearly like something growling.
Michael,
and she did tell me at the time when it happened that something banged in another room, but I couldn't hear that part in the audio because I wasn't there.
Michael, is there a field with pets and stuff like that? Have you heard dogs barking or stuff like that?
Oh, I have, yeah. I've actually seen animals in people's house that have passed. Yeah, so it's real. Well, for me, it's real. I don't know about anybody else, but
I know a certain person that it might be real too. Hey, Bobby, since you did it to me, would you like to explain?
I'm convinced my dad's dog, she ain't never left the house. We would hear a caller and all the dogs be gone. I'd be like, Mercedes, can you go sit down?
Right.
Go sit down, because we're not here for you.
Yeah.
She's like, it's freaking freezing.
Yeah, it's like that right now.
Yeah, it is acting up.
It's glitchy.
Bobby, would you like to tell let Michael break down what your thing was, sir? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So
that mastiff.
Hey, listen. Just to clarify this, what I was talking about was the Comic-Con thing. That's what I was trying to get you to talk about. But since you want to put me on blast anyway, so Michael,
I just want Michael to break it down for us. What it might be.
So Michael, I seen so I'm pretty sure you understand. I seen something, right? I seen what I thought was a giant, like a not giant, a big dog, a big dark haired dog. I seen it like it must have walked like 10 feet. I seen it walk from one side of the fence to a garbage can, and it kind of just vanished, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and so my father-in-law, he, I so the dog walked past me, and I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at him. He just going about his business, and I said, "Hey, you didn't see a dog just walk? A big ass wolf dog just walked past us?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, that dog. Hey, I see him all the time. Yeah." So which is, so I've never experienced anything like that, and
Yeah.
What would you call a phenomenon like that?
Well, basically, all of a sudden, you may have been because around your this person, it opened up what we call the third eye right quick, and you were able to see. He was like sharing he wanted to share an experience, but not tell you that. A lot of people that see things, if they tell a loved one, they suddenly say you're a mess, you're psychotic, you're fooling me, whatever. But that happens a lot. Things happen.
you know what is
Um,
crazy? You know it's crazy
yeah,
that you say that, because now that I had time to think about it, I feel like that's it. That's what it wanted me to see. You
yeah,
see, like I feel like it this so it was there, but it was showing me that it looked like this. It even so I had an even crazier experience where we all in their living room, and the dog walked from the hallway into the kitchen, and everybody was sitting down. And the big I'm talking about this, it's like a working German, bigger than a working German shepherd, like a it's like
yeah.
a police dog.
What it sounds like, Bobby, to me is this is a spirit animal that guards your that house. And is it your father-in-law or?
It's my father-in-law. Yeah.
Yeah, he's guarding the uh, father-in-law, and I think it's going to be uh, more of a wolf than it is like what you're explaining as a dog.
Yeah, it's bigger. Yeah, it was bigger than a German. Like when because
Hey,
I've
we're
been
not
around
gonna go
German
off of
shepherds
what Bobby
before.
calls himself as a fighter. We're not gonna talk about it. Hey, you see what Michael just did?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hey, woo!
Okay, I reset
Get
my
out of here.
internet. Stop happening.
It looks a lot smoother right now.
I'm two.
Oh,
I'm two
good.
seconds. Donna, you don't.
So
You don't miss it.
EXO,
I'm 2 seconds. I'm 2 seconds.
EXO. So remember when
2 seconds. What?
was it last time I was there and you had asked me like, well, what is it that I can? She mentioned third eye. Mine is always open, so I'm always hearing and seeing, always.
Yeah,
And I work
yeah.
in a hospital, so you can imagine.
Oh my God, I
Oh,
hate hospitals. Yep,
I work in a hospital that has a morgue in the basement.
Mm.
oh
yep.
wow.
So
So Michael tells me that I'm a sensitive. So like I walk into a room and if something's there, I'll get chills. And then if something decides it wants to fuck with me, basically, I'll get like lightheaded or I'll get a headache or something, and it just you can just feel it. Um, I walked through this one room and it just all of a sudden just got cold. And it's happened to me several times before.
mm,
So
mm,
I'm not psychic, but I can feel things. She gave me,
mhm.
oh, it's funny. She gave me the stone, and she said it'll help open up your third eye or whatever. And then I started having these experiences. I was like, what the fuck did you
I
give
don't know if you can.
me?
Let me see if I can show. I don't know if my light is gonna show. I have tons of them.
So,
Oh,
Oh
cool.
wow!
Bobby,
Oh wow.
Wow.
can I
Hey,
ask you a quick
hey,
question
Harley.
Yeah.
about your father-in-law? Is he? I'm getting he's kind of a man that has a lot of confidence and strength in his waking life. He's a strength to the family. Is that true or not true?
Yeah, I would say yeah. I would definitely agree with that. 100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a wolf being that he holds that um, pride and confidence and strength for him.
Mhm,
That's why he's around him a lot
mhm,
as a spirit guide, spirit animal, making sure that he's okay.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
One more
definitely see
time.
that.
One more
I can
time,
definitely
Mike,
see
I'm
that.
going.
I did because yeah, you know what's crazy? Now that you say that, because the way he, you know, oh man, hold on. So I just realized
Look,
something.
Bobby, fucking
The
around.
way
You know, this
and
You
this is
can't get
crazy.
it out right now.
No, because so the way that it acts,
Yep.
like it's comfortable around,
Yep.
like I got the feeling like, you know how when you know we see a dog just walking into the, you know what I'm saying, it's excited to be there, and it can
Yeah.
just be going somewhere, you know, you because it's giving off that energy. That's the kind of energy I got, even though I seen it and nobody else seen it. It like I wasn't scared, but like I got that it was like it like I mean I'm at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Where the pork chops at? What y'all leave me on the floor, you know what I'm saying? That's the impression that I did get.
I
Yeah.
got a question. Got a question, real quick. Well, no, I'm
Mhm.
gonna let you finish, Michael. Go ahead. The answer, rebuttal his. What
Oh,
he's.
I was just going to let them know that he's your your father-in-law is depicting a lot of the um, traits of a wolf, the loyalty, the guardianship, the being watched over. So it makes sense that this animal follows him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
excuse me if I'm being a little inappropriate, but you ever walked in on two spirits fucking? Have you ever done that?
What?
I'm saying
So
don't do those things
Something's
exist?
wrong with him.
I want to know. Do those things exist? Like, does that part of your life transcend with you? I want
Like
to
they
know.
just walked into a room and the ghost was like, "Do you mind?"
Let's get in.
Oh my god.
so they don't. Oh my god. So
Welcome to the rebellion.
entities entities
Oh
are
my god.
Sorry,
energy.
Mama Karen. What
Think
the
of
fuck
that
is
Hold
going
on,
on?
energy.
everybody. Go ahead, Michael. Let me say it again.
They're energy driven. They're so they don't need to make love for satisfaction. They can just be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't. So the
There's no
answer is
physical.
no.
There's
And
no
I've never
physical
seen a naked ghost either. So
Okay, 'cause
She
that was my
always
next
says
question.
that. I've never seen a naked ghost.
I was gonna say, do some have ass? Do some not have ass? And I was gonna ask all that, but
Yeah, so
Y'all
there's
see,
13 ghosts, nigga.
I seen the
y'all see
ghost
what
with ass
Exo is
before.
worried about. Like, do I transcend? Can I see things like this when I'm gone? No, bro. No.
okay. So
No, dog.
is it more like a plane, like a how can I explain? Is it more like on autopilot? What's going on? Would you say that?
what do you mean? In the background or
No, I'm saying like okay. So Bobby, would you like to explain what you explained to me earlier, and let's see if that's true, because I would like to know that how you was talking about how it's like a replay. You want to
Yeah,
explain that?
yeah, so we can kind of wrap up like what we so there's an anime that I watched, right? It's an anime, it's called Ghost Dog, which is, you know,
Hey,
ironic. So
Ghost Dog got
basically
the slanted eye warrior. What's my man name?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Nah, it's not Lawrence Fishburne. Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
no, not that one. So yeah, it's this kid, right? He ends up being able to see like hauntings, and the way they depicted it is like a incident that's on repeat. You know what I'm saying? So
that's residual energy. That does happen a lot. Like Gettysburg, for instance, it's on
oh
constantly on residual.
yeah, because of
Yeah.
all the, you know, the anger and hostility and blood
Yeah.
that was in there, right? Okay,
So
that makes
Absolutely.
it's more of like a things that like are sound and more like just energy, not necessarily where you can sit down and have a conversation with one. Is that accurate?
Well, you can. There is like we were just at a cemetery. We had a conversation with this guy named Mr. Gregory.
Yeah, well, actually, a
Through
few people. That was, yeah.
yeah. So you can converse with somebody who's passed, where you don't have to have a medium. You can do it yourself through flashlight or REM pods, or because again, you're asking the spirits to manipulate energy, if that makes sense.
So if it happens in your sleep,
So
what about that?
If it happens in your sleep, what do you mean?
Because I believe that my mom came and said something to me in a dream, but we were having like a conversation that seemed very real. And I remember one of my OGs told me, I talked to my mom when she passed, but when you do talk to your mom, when your mom comes to see you, it hasn't happened to you yet. When she comes to see you, have a real conversation with her. And that happened to me. So
Yeah,
I don't know if it was a dream I'm having or if this is me tapping
it
in with the
wasn't.
spirit.
It wasn't a dream. She okay. Um.
I'll
Um.
get out of here, Michael. Don't do that. I'll leave. No, I'm here for. I'll be out of
Okay.
here.
I won't.
Okay, I'll be out. I'll be
Donna
gone.
knows when I start to stutter, I get stuff. So
it
I'll
happened
just
to Andre. It happened to
yeah,
Andre before. My
It
mom came
happened
to
to me
him in a
twice.
dream.
My
yeah.
grandma was the first. My grandma on my mom's side. That
Yep.
was the first time that happened to me. Crazy enough, EXO, the second time happened with Lex.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Wow. That's a mutual friend between us that
Yeah.
passed recently.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
okay, so real quick. I don't mean it, but we had a villain pop in here. I want to see what he want.
Well, he
The
was he was asking a question in here, and I'm actually glad he jumped in, Cam, because I was going to tell you to do that anyway if you wanted to ask her about that. But you got to be ready for the response, dog.
Oh
Oh
man,
no, this
I've
motherfucker right here, man.
I've
You don't
been
even know.
yeah. I was born ready for the response.
All right, let's go.
You don't
Let her
even
know
know
what
half the
happened.
stuff. All right, so I was living in this house with my brother and my sister. Um, and strange things started happening. It began with like me coming home in the middle of the afternoon. There's a radio station, 98.3, but it plays hip hop, and it used to start with my radio turning on by itself. Now it didn't have any automatic timers or none of that. It wasn't like one of them high speed radios. It just came on by itself, but it would
Yeah.
play like rock music. Like
Mm.
every time I would come home around like 2 in the afternoon to switch to go to my next job and change, like it was always playing at that time. Then it turned into um, like seeing shadows and things. My
Hold on, real
sister
quick,
at the,
Dre. Bring Camera List Man down and bring Bobby up, please. I
Yeah.
mean, Harley up.
my
Get him out
sister
of
at
here.
the time was pregnant with my nephew. Um, so it would pull the covers off of her when she was sleeping.
Oh
It
shit.
Yeah.
would it tried to pull her off the bed. um, One Halloween, my nephew got in trouble, so he couldn't go out trick or treating. So we were going to have him um, pass out candy to the kids as a punishment. So we were sitting on the couch, and behind the couch is a mirror. So
Hmm.
it was a full wall length mirror, and it goes both directions, and it reached the ceiling. And on the right side of me was it's like a step down into like a bar area. It's kind of like a little den. So me and my
Yeah.
sister were facing the door this way, and to this side, we seen somebody peek over and look at us like that. And I was like, Vondra, did you see that shit? She said, hell yeah, I seen that shit.
Yep.
we got that. We got up and we got the hell out of there. So my sister, the pregnant one, she was mopping one day.
Hold on.
And
But before you go on, Cam, are
okay.
you getting anything from that particular story?
Oh yeah.
Go break it. Break. Can you give us a little breakdown real fast?
Well,
Hold on.
vibrational. Okay. What?
We, so Michael, you gonna have a little bit of. We freak out a little bit. We freaking out a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit.
sorry.
No,
That's
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Well,
don't look.
as
okay,
Don and
go
I
ahead.
know about Ghost Brothers, when one brother runs, they all run.
They all
So
There you go.
run.
Right,
they all
I'm
run.
out of here.
But yeah, so because I can pick up vibrations, I see that this is a gentleman. He actually passed in the house, and I'm seeing um, I'm seeing 3 rooms like kitchen, living room, bedroom, where a lot of this activity was happening. Also, there's some. He used
I
to.
got
Did he?
goosebumps. Keep
Um,
going.
I see him. I see him moving the drapes as well, but he likes to move stuff. So covers, drapes, pillows on the couch. He'd often sit down beside you guys, but he was basically trying to um, tell you that he wanted his house back. He didn't like you here, and that's why he was doing all these things. He passed. Um, it was just like that. Like he had an aneurysm and he went down. And he didn't want to relinquish his house. So that's why when you showed up, and of course, sometimes entities, when there's a life present, a new life, sometimes that can be more active because they're excited about that. Um, so yeah, so yeah.
Okay. So there's more. There's more.
Hey,
So
tell about your spirit muscles you found. My bad.
that's yeah. It was next to that ectoplasm beard you got. So they so there was a room there was a room that my kids never wanted to go in. Like that was their room, but they never wanted to sleep in there. So they would always like sleep in the living room. But anyway, so
say suffering succotash.
suffering succotash.
Yeah, go ahead.
So one day, me and my brother, we had went grocery shopping, and we came back, and one of the neighbors came up, and she was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And we're like, "Oh, we're fine." And she was like, "I've been meaning to ask you, how do you like the house?" And I was like, "Oh, it's haunted, but
Just casual.
it's cool." So my
Haunted.
brother, now mind you, my brother to this day will say that he never, like, he don't believe us. He don't believe his wife. He don't believe me. He don't believe my sister. He don't believe the kids. Like, it never happened. So she was like, "Oh, I know." And then she told us that that a family got killed in there. That there was somebody that came up with an automatic machine gun and killed some people in that house. And I was like, "Oh shit." So now I'm looking around and everything looked like bullet holes to me. So fast forward, they move out. My brother and my sister and their kids, they move out. And it's just me and two of my homeboys in there. I moved into their old room because they had the master bedroom. I moved into that room. The hallway was probably no longer than like a regular size apartment hallway. Now, mind you, this is a 3-bedroom house, so it's not like a real small house, but the hallway is not very long. Like, it goes down, you have cabinets here, there's a room here, and then a master bedroom. So I'm in the master bedroom. My boy French is in my old room, and I want to say it was probably like midnight. And all of a sudden, shit got real cold. And then you just heard, it sounded like wagons and horses and just galloping down the hallway. Do, do, do. And you hear
Oh,
you
cool.
hear the cabinets going boom, 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 boom. I'm laying in the bed stiff as shit. I did not want to move my dog. I had an American pit bull. Her name was Baby, and Baby was sitting by the window, and she wasn't making no noise, and she wasn't moving. And I sat in the middle of the bed the entire time while that stuff was going on. I didn't move at all. So in the morning, when it was over, I opened the door, and French opened the door at the same time. And he was like, "Cam, did you hear that shit?" I said, "Hell yeah, I wasn't coming out." He said, "I wasn't coming out either." so yeah, we got the hell out of that house like weeks later. I moved in with my brother until I moved in with my second wife at the time, who became my second wife. But yeah, that was some bullshit. So was that the same damn ghost?
I heard the
That was bullshit.
Hey, Andy. Hey, man. That's hilarious.
That's exactly what's happening, though. That's what makes it so
this
funny.
easy work for her though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
man. Piece of cake.
hey, whatever.
So Andre, if I send you a picture, can you put it up?
Yeah.
If I send you a picture,
Oh, that shit.
should I text it to you or
Facebook.
should I text it to you or put it in Messenger?
Yeah, so that's what
Okay.
happened in that house. So I've been seeing shit my entire life.
Yeah. So the reason why you heard before this house was built, this was a thoroughfare for a main thorough. You know, I see like a road now beside it, but before it was built, it was like a wagon train trail to for like dry goods, things like that, where covered wagons would deliver stuff along this. I call it, it's not really a highway, but this thoroughfare that this house was built on way back, like in, yeah, way long ago.
So this picture I sent you, if you can zoom in on this picture, the two windows that's on the right side of the picture, if you could zoom into that, you can actually see faces in the window. And we were there at like 1 o'clock in the morning. This was in Tombstone.
Hold on, I'm gonna open it up and I'm actually.
I would never go there on purpose.
I'm gonna bring it.
Oh
up
man, we went for 2 days. It was freaking awesome.
What? What is awesome about that shit?
Very active.
There you go. He back.
Andy done booted me out of here, man. Have me weak.
So we went to Gleason before. Gleason is 12 miles south of Tombstone, and I was doing the EVP session, and I got a voice that came through there that goes, "You're amazing." So on the right side, if you can zoom into that there, you can actually see faces in. Well, it's gonna be pixelated.
The bottom
There's a face there,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
About the what the fuck?
Yeah, that's definitely a face.
Yeah, there's one at the top, but you can't really see it. Like I said, it's going to be pixelated the more you zoom in on it. But actually, Wendy caught that. My sister-in-law Wendy caught that picture. She was taking pictures and she zoomed in on it, and there's like 2-3 faces in that window. But this was in Tombstone.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna have somebody come over.
You want to spend the night with your girl?
And she coming all the way from Tucson. I'm like, you better leave them Tombstone spirits.
But yeah,
I wish I had that SLS clip that we got at the Y.
Yeah, there was a voice that came through the ghost box and said, "You're amazing." And I go, "What you say?" And he goes, "Yeah."
You had a hype spirit.
Very enthusiastic.
So somebody just knocked on my door right now. When I went and checked the door, wasn't nobody there. Oh God! Hey, that's why I put my laptop down. That's why I shut the laptop on everything.
Hey, y'all about to pull in.
Shit up.
I got my
it actually sounds like a motherfucker kicked that bitch. What it sound like, Boogie?
I got my Palo Santo candle going on. Y'all not finna have nothing in this month.
Right, so I got a question. Like, how closely does this tie in with, like, is there any tie-in, like in the movies? There's always like a tie-in from an evil spirit with religion and stuff. How much of that have you experienced? Like, if you want, like, you're not trying to cast nobody away, and if you do, does it involve like the Bible as we see in movies and stuff? Like, is there any of that religious comparison to spirits and stuff?
Not for me, because I always have an open mind, come with, love in my heart. And there are mean entities. Like I said, I've been hit in the head, pushed, or whatever. The only biblical thing that comes out of it is when you're talking to people who have more of a religion than a relationship with their higher power. And they start saying, well, if you speak to the dead, then you're going to hell. So that's how a lot of people bring religion into it.
It's considered witchcraft?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess in a way, some people would consider me, I probably would have been burned at the stake back in Salem. But
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes we wonder if, because with a lot of these places, like the Gila County Jail, and some of these places have groups going in like every weekend. And sometimes we go, I bet the Spears are tired of these motherfuckers coming in here every weekend and asking the same damn question. What's your name? Did you know? How did you die? And this and that. It's like, yeah.
And that's probably why they say get out. Like, I'm
Yeah,
tired of you. Bad.
Oh yeah, get out. So this place that we're going this weekend, we've been there before, and we were, Eldon and I, the founder, we were outside because we kept hearing noises outside, and we both turned around and looked because we heard footsteps in the driveway walking up to the house, and we just kind of stood there, but nothing was there, and we were hearing noises inside the house. But when we were leaving, he goes, "Wait, stop!" I'm like, "What?" And we turn around, and the window, the curtain, it's like somebody pulled the curtain back as if to looking to see if we were gone, that we were leaving, and then it just closed. And it was like, oh, it's like, okay, they're gone.
Pay
That's
no
the same
attention to the
place-
man behind the curtain.
That's the same place where I got that no when I said anybody want to talk to us.
I got a question. How close is what you both do compared to what we see on screen? Dre, I sent you a link, and I want to know how close is movies to realism, because you have things like being possessed. Have y'all experienced or know anybody that experienced possession?
I
You always
have.
have to remember that I have, and you have to remember that movies are entertainment still, so there's going to be exaggeration.
Correct.
But they also tell you, they give it to you so it won't be a surprise when it happens to you. There's
Correct.
that too.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, just like with the ghost hunting shows. I mean, some of it is similar to what we do, but like this one particular one, I just can't stand because he's just, oh my god, he's just so out there. Michael knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, he claims he's been possessed like 8 times and all of this other bullshit. And it's like, shut up.
He ain't good at his job. He's been possessed 8 times.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And just because you go into a location one night, a possession is not going to happen that fast anyway.
So you can be oppressed, but it's very, and I've been oppressed before, but being possessed is something entirely different. And there's not, there are records of people, of course, being possessed, and, possession of Emily Rose, the guy I went to film school with, directed that, and he had some experiences. So, it's interesting. We throw around these words, but a lot of people don't, again, what they see on TV. Like for me, one of my mediums I actually look up to is Chip Coffey, because he's real, he's heartfelt, he helps kids. He goes in there and tells it like it is, doesn't sugarcoat it. It's like, you guys got to beware, this thing's going to attack you. And it's not like, oh, I'm possessed. It doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the movie Ghost, right? Whoopi Goldberg has a business to where she just lets the spirits get in her and communicate. Is that some movie stuff, or is that some real life stuff? That's how we gonna go through this thing.
Well, because I can't produce special effects, it is like that though.
It is like
because
that,
you can, you can be in a room like right now. I'm surrounded, literally surrounded. I can see things on each one of you. There are people talking to me. It's very crowded for me right now. And if I could put that on screen for you guys to, like I tell Donna a lot, I'm like, if you could see what I see or feel what I feel. Like, I remember going to Gleason, and I saw some things coming in, and then I get out of the car, and I was like, can you have earthquakes in Arizona? I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, the ground's shaking. The ground is shaking, and I'm dizzy. And that's often a sign of spiritual and energy. And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, but the ground's shaking. And, I could say that all I want. And then we had another medium show up. She had the same experience. I said, see, it's not just me. But, it's weird things happen all the time.
So do you ever catch anybody talking
And
shit
Lord,
about
don't give her tequila, because then she just wide open.
I do.
you ever
I
catch
do get
somebody
wide
talking
open.
shit?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
See?
well, sometimes I've had a loved one say that the person I was doing a reading for was an ass, and I couldn't tell him. What the hell?
Hey, you
I
Oh,
heard
you know
you.
who just kicked my door? Which one of them hoe ass spirits just kicked my door and ran?
Yeah, we gonna go find them.
Right. Hey, and is it a gun that we can use to shoot the fish?
hey,
Nigga
long as you
Santos
don't
said, "I'm
cross
gonna
the
open my
streams
third eye
like
and put
Ghostbusters.
my foot in your ass."
Hey, so there's people on the surface that we know about, but we don't know the inner them. So, like, how I know the comment was made, like, if you're an asshole in real life, you're gonna be an asshole when you pass.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
how do we know the real them? Saying asshole was in our face, but in reality, their soul was good. Will they come back as a good, or is it vice
So
versa, or is it just like how it sounds? Go ahead.
so what
Well,
he's asking you is he gonna be the same person that he is when he dies?
I got
not
you.
not necessarily. Well, I believe in past lives and reincarnation. So, based on studies and things like that, and you have a choice. You also ascend. So, like for instance, one of my spirit guides is my biological father, and in life, in his waking life, he was an abuser, and the Witch of Endor, yeah. And then
Yeah.
uh but he ascended. So oddly enough, my near death experience, um when I had open heart surgery, that's a whole nother story in itself. He actually brought me back, because it wasn't my time to go yet. I still had more work to do.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do have
It
a
was pretty
question.
interesting.
Um,
Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
this just kind of sparked my interest since you mentioned reincarnation. Have you
Mm-hmm.
ever had an experience with a child who was reliving their past life? Because we've seen that on TV where you have a child talking about a pilot that they used to be, and they actually sit there and describe very specific scenarios regarding what they did as a pilot. Have you ever encountered anyone like that?
I've not encountered them, but I do believe, because it can be verified. Um, Past life regression you can verify that as well. Some people, when they go under hypnosis, can speak another language. Um, I, yeah, I'm a very old soul, very very old.
Yep.
DMT. You heard of DMT?
Dr. Dolores Cannon and Michael Newton. Pew,
I know
Have you
what
pew.
ever
DMT is.
heard the toad? Have you ever heard of DMT, Michael?
DMT?
Yeah.
Yeah, DMT. All living things possess DMT.
No,
Okay. So I wonder how
that's a new
closely that
thing.
is
So it's
what you experience. Go ahead, Bobby.
yeah. So Santo, you might know a little bit more about it because I remember we was talking about it one time. You wanna? I
Yeah.
think your explanation
So
would be way better
it's
than mine.
DMT is basically so the body has a way of separating itself from traumatic experiences, right? So that's why when most people have like near death experiences, it looks as if you're looking at yourself, which is kind of like an
Mm,
DMT separating yourself from the traumatic experience, but causing euphoria at the same time, which is why a lot of people smile and shit of that nature. But it can be extracted and smoked. And they say when you smoke it, you go to like a spiritual plane. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people don't even want to come back from the shit, but they say that you experience otherworldly shit. Like they say they go there and the shit makes sense to them. But yeah, they smoke DMT.
Hmm.
So it unlocks kind of to another dimension. You
Another
Yeah,
would
like
say
a,
conscious.
like a like a
mentally.
spiritual plane. Like you know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like another plane of existence that you can interact with. You
How
know.
close is
Yeah,
that to what you
I,
deal with?
I can go to the astral plane and deal with that just in my waking life. But yeah, it's um inhibitors or not inhibitors, but I don't know. I get more open if I'm doing gummies or tequila. I don't know about this. This DMT sounds very dangerous to me, but yeah. And then somebody posted about them. Andy posted that he was born with an APGAR 0, and a lot of out of body experiences. And the out of body in your waking life is basically opening your third eye to astral travel. I did that as a young child all the time. Um,
I want to try it.
so yeah, it's
Michael,
Yeah.
does he
yeah,
want to try it? Is this something like a ride? Like I want to get on that ride. Is it
yeah.
one of those?
Well, it is. I mean, for me, I'm. It's odd, but I can fly. I remember, in my teenage years before I got, really, because my parents kind of dumbed me down with my gifts, and so I kind of put them to the wayside. But as I grew into them, it became more and more. But even as a high schooler, I could go into my and just astral project and fly over Colorado Springs and see things and do things. So it was pretty cool.
I hate you, Andy. I
Slave
hate you.
walker.
Oh man.
Hey,
So
He's
Funny.
go ahead. Go ahead, Trey.
Andy's funny.
so what do you how how would you explain meditation as far as you know
You.
a pathway to opening a third eye or having some sort of access to the astral plane? My father was just here, but before he got here, I fell asleep and I kind of went into a meditative state, and all I saw was the color yellow.
hmm
So, how do you feel about, or what? How would you explain meditation as far as being able to tap into the astral plane or awakening the third eye?
Well, yeah, again, meditation, prayer, whatever your higher power or however you access the source, um, it helps you to extend your vibrations and help you to become more awake and become more fruitful and just ground yourself. Um, we're in such a crappy society right now that meditation is the good way. So your meditation can mean a lot to some. For me, meditating, like I meditated before I came to the show tonight because I wanted to be open or to understand whatever somebody needed from me. So I usually do that before investigations or if I'm doing a reading or something like that to make sure that that person may be open to messages and that's what you're doing when you meditate. You're opening yourself um, for light and love and source to come in to help you to see things better in your waking life.
So I got something I want to interpret it. It's like it was the scariest dream that I ever had in my life. I still get chills when I think about the shit. So I was trapped in a giant salad bowl, and
Okay.
everywhere that I would run, the salad dressing was like falling off of the leaves, and it was like trying to crush me. And everywhere that I would go, it was like tomatoes and shit. But it was a big ass salad bowl, and I just couldn't get away from the
I think
salad
you're
dressing.
fucking lying, nigga.
On my kids, on my kids.
Okay, there you go.
I was trapped in the salad bowl, and I don't know what it meant. And I was scared.
Okay.
Pretty wild.
So if you think of a salad bowl and a um basically like how you are as a fetus in utero, that's like a salad bowl. So what you were doing um is basically going back into utero to get more direction in that. And the salad dressing was just more of um, a connection in your waking life, like, oh, like a surprise. And probably when you woke up, you got some surprises
Yeah,
after
it
that
was
dream
Thousand
that happened.
Island. It was Thousand Island because I remember the color. It's like Thousand Island. It's like kind of.
Hey, okay, now you're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that's a lie.
Specific dress.
Thousand Island.
All right, real quick before we get out of here, and
Andy said that's just being high.
I was going to ask you about being high and how you kind of told me already. But what if you walk around thinking of evil thoughts and like to see people get their head cut off, and you're a horror enthusiast? Well, how close is that to what you do?
Well, I
know two people like that.
There's been only times that I thought bad thoughts about someone, and they happen to be in office, and but you have to clear that kind of energy. I like horror. I do. I mean, it's the thrill of watching a filmmaker, growing up or going to film school and seeing things produced and stuff. It's just how things come together. And I do, oddly enough, when I was in Oregon and we went to haunted houses with my nieces and nephews and my friends, they're like, Auntie, you go first. I'm like, dude, it's a haunted house. It's not like a fun haunted house. It's people jumping out. And that, I can handle people, ghosts and things. Like, oh, it's a ghost. Oh, okay. But somebody just jumps out to me. My first reaction sometimes is to scream, say fuck, and hit them.
So wait, so I have to piggyback. When I was 11, because I'm the same way. I've been seeing and hearing things since I was like 7 years old. So I never liked to go to haunted houses because I was like, if I walk in there and I see something that's not supposed to be there, I'm gonna have a problem. But when I was little, I used to have a dream about a clown for like 3 years straight. So when I went into this haunted house at 11, I was like, there's a fucking clown in this place. I'm going to lose my shit. He gave into this one area, and I could tell, like, both the doors disappeared. It was all white room, and these dots started showing up, and I was like, see, this is a clown, and I fucking knew it. So my sisters had put me in the front. I'm standing by the wall, and I'm, like, trying to see if anything's going to come around, and this clown come around, and I don't say anything. I just swing. My dad taught me how to box, so I broke dude's nose off the gate. Like, I just swung and popped it, and I just saw the blood just start rushing, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And my dad was like, all I could think of is I'm on the outside, and I see the actor come out, and the first thing came to my mouth is, I bet you that's Tiana. I know that's her who did that. I had to go outside and be like, I'm sorry, and the guy was like, no, I actually have to go, like, his nose is over here. Like,
damn.
Ever since then, I was like, I'm not going to haunted houses because I swing, and I don't want to make nobody else have 18 medical bills. I'm just stay out here.
Right? Yeah.
What is? I got. I know Bobby gonna piggyback off of this, but the ability that you possess that she just explained and what you're explaining, how can it be weaponized? Can you use it to like get at somebody? Like somebody pissed you off.
Can you summon demon spirits?
You know what? I'm about to hook my man up with a nice little dream of his feet on fire.
I always say if you weaponize a gift like that, there's a karma that comes back to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not something I would suggest you ever do. You weaponize anything like that.
But there are villains
coming back to you.
In the Rebellion 5, the things that we read and what we watch and stuff, movies, comics,
sure, telekinesis, yeah, telekinesis, things like that. But yeah,
there are villains.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, there's people like there used to be. There's a few groups on Facebook where they're actually a group of witches, and they talk about casting spells and doing all this other stuff. So they're out there. They talk about weaponizing stuff. Yeah, they're out there casting spells and shit on people, or they're
it's really intense.
Yeah, to reflect something, or they're trying to cause harm to people. So because
I know these two chicks that I know, and I know they watching. They possess they possess some type of magic, And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead,
I
Bobby.
mean, you can have magic. It doesn't always mean it's going to be negative that you're using.
That's
Unless
true.
you choose
Exactly.
Okay.
to be that way, then that's a whole other
Yeah.
can of worms.
Bobby, you about to say
Whole
something?
nother level. Mm.
I
You
can't hear
muted,
you, man.
Bobby. You muted.
Bobby, can't hear you, Bobby.
Hey, yeah.
There
So
we go.
so we watch a lot of we watch a lot of movies, read a lot of read a lot of stuff, and
Comics,
so yeah,
anime.
comics. So one of the things that pops up a lot is psychics being trained by the government. So I just got a hypothetical question for Mama D and Michael. So like, how deadly or dangerous would this be? Would it be if the government were to weaponize individuals like yourselves? And and the second question is,
But
do
they
you
be smart
think
enough
that the
to do it.
government is actually doing things like that?
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk.
I would say I
Um,
wouldn't be surprised. I don't know about weaponizing like me, of course, because I'd be like, fuck you.
But
I ain't doing shit.
hold on, no. But the thing is that so for somebody like you, like no, I'm not doing that. There might be somebody who
It's
has
down
it,
for it.
yeah, and
Right.
also has the skill set and the tools and to do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you get a group of people and like, hey, the government gonna toss you some ducats. You know what I'm saying? We want you to do this and this. How, like, hypothetically, like, how
What would we have to
dangerous
look
would
out
that be?
for? How
Yeah,
dangerous? Yeah.
like what could possibly happen? Like if like the Russians, right? We've used them. Russians got a group of psychics. They, you know what I'm saying? Like what's the potential danger of that?
If they're that damn good, you would never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll get that one to Michael.
so they do have something. They do utilize remote viewers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a remote viewer.
Mm-hmm.
I can see things. It's basically a terminology that we've coined, but you're basically exchanging consciousness with somebody else who's there through their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, it can be weaponized because you can see where the people are hiding. You can see maps, things like that. There are underground bunkers everywhere. People don't realize how much there is. So yeah, it is very much being used. It's very much being weaponized.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let me see.
Okay,
I
so
That's
don't
I
do that.
that's
gotta
I
scary.
just
That's
I
scary.
I gotta I gotta let it be done because I'm not like my mom. I don't get like the headaches and everything like that. I get this the drop on the roller coaster
You
feeling,
get the aura in your
yeah.
stomach.
and it's hitting me right now. So I'm like, okay, let's go, Michael. Let's go.
Yeah.
You might be a
Okay,
sensitive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Uh,
so
So what do you
Nipsey.
want to know?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you said you had
What's up
got
with
a
Nipsey?
reading earlier. Let's start
Yeah.
from
So
there.
the first thing I saw about you, a picture around you, is a turtle. Um, and in turtles, your soul is studying your progress, but a lot of your waking life, you haven't really um, addressed some issues. You're kind of like a turtle hides and ducks. You're hiding from that in your waking life. So that's one image I saw. Another one was a river around you. So a river usually indicates a spiritual connection, um, that you're um, you're moving in a pattern, but it's also um, it's kind of rough right now in your life and what you're going through. Does any of this make sense to you?
It does. It
Okay.
does actually. The turtling aspect would be me as an artist.
And he want to be a Ninja Turtle too. That nigga wish he was.
He loves Ninja
Hey,
Turtles.
1984, same year of the Turtles. I am a Ninja Turtle, nigga. But
Okay, go ahead. I was about to.
yeah,
I need a question.
but yeah, that would be because I've always pushed myself with my artwork, but
Hmm.
throughout the years I've regressed with it as well. So
Okay.
it's like I'm always restarting when it comes to that. So
Yeah.
I can see the turtle aspect of that definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Um, what does hang on. Who's I'm getting an image of a white truck. Who's got a
OJ.
Oh,
Ah,
you are so funny.
okay.
White truck.
A white truck.
Um,
Well, right now the only one I can think of at the moment would be my neighbor across the street. He has
okay.
a old white pickup.
Well, the image I'm getting is probably reminiscent of white usually means purity, and truck basically that um, you're getting ready to move in like in a different direction. You're a little bit overworked right now, and you're carrying a lot of burdens right now that you shouldn't have to carry.
Shit.
Not shit. Oh no.
I got something I want to. I got something I want to
Did
know after you done.
she hit a nerve?
So basically what's happening right now, this is my fourth year at my job. And they did open up a supervisor position for the training department, which I already do, which basically that's what they want me to jump into. And I've been sitting here like going over training regimens, how we can redo it for 2024, all kinds of shit. So
Yeah,
that on top of what we do for the podcast, on top of what I do for my creative genius stuff with the art and trying to do the web comic is I have been doing a lot of shit. I really have.
yeah,
That's factual.
I got a
yeah.
question.
Okay.
So can you ask Nipsey Hussle how he get along in London with his ugly ass? He an ugly ass nigga.
Oh my god.
He's an ugly ass nigga. He is. How the hell he get hurt? I want to know that. Ask him.
He show up at your house.
You said Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle look like a meerkat. Man, I'm trying to figure out how
Not
he
a
hooked that up.
meerkat.
And look, then Mama Sav show up with her white truck.
Oh,
Hey,
you had a white truck.
I had
feel
a white
these.
blazer when my mother passed away.
I feel these
I was just
goosebumps creeping
I
up
was
on
just
my.
at a funeral, and somebody told me to go get some weed out of a white truck. A couple days ago, I was just at a funeral. They said go get that weed out that white truck.
Okay.
This thing is fucking stupid.
What did you say?
Hey,
Next?
so no, I was about to say these goosebumps is getting a little crazy. So I need if y'all got questions, ask them now, because we about to
Oh, but
I'm
he's
about to jet out
scary.
the front door.
You
So
don't
if
wanna
any,
you wanna
like,
take a shot?
if any of you like
Nah.
horror stuff, there's a store in Chandler called the Terror Trader. This store is fucking awesome. He sells horror stuff 365 days a year. And I actually
Oh,
investigated this store, and it was he has cursed item objects in there.
Now, why
Oh
would
he
you want
also
to
has
buy this?
other items that
Hey,
he shouldn't have in there.
the Juicy Cousin.
He collects stuff, and he's a collector, and a lot of the stuff he doesn't sell. He just has it on display. But we were in there one night, and then I'm on this one side of the store, and I hear this loud. Well, we hear because my sister there and my lead investigator. We hear these three loud bangs. It sounds like somebody was trying to come through the back door.
Oh God.
So the owner runs out the back door. There's nobody out there, and he's shown security cameras where stuff is just falling off the shelves and stuff is just moving. It's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
a Jujutsu Kaisen reference
Yeah.
for anime.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go get me some cursed energy. I'm finna go get me
Yeah.
a weapon with some cursed energy. You finna go
That's
down.
funny though. She said he has the last finger as his cursed
Yeah.
item.
Hey. So hey, we ain't going to Chandler. That's what we do now. We ain't going to
I
Chandler.
finally figured out how to get my powers. I know where to go now.
All
Yeah.
right, Michael, Donna,
Hmm.
we appreciate you coming through and dropping. Do you have any more of those EVPs for us before you go? You got any more of those
Let me
joints?
see what I have.
Because
I
I'm
might.
trying to get a little bit more scared.
Are you ready for more EV?
Nah, like I said, I just want a little one, like the littlest one. You got.
Well, while she's looking for that, I've got an interesting story that I had when I was growing up.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I was in high school. I came home and we had an organ downstairs. I played it, mom played it, my grandma played it. So it was inherited. So I came home. I'm hearing organ music, thinking my brother's down there dinking around and stuff. I have a twin brother. And nope, went down there, heard the music, saw that it was unplugged and ran back upstairs and called my mom. And my mom was so chalant. She's like, just go in your room, cover your head. The music will be done. It's just grandma. God, don't bother me again. I'm like, okay, mom.
Hey, you got- hey, grandma doing too much.
So yeah, grandma was playing the organ.
All right, Layla, I thought it was cool.
song.
What you talking about?
You're
Hey,
scared.
I don't care. Hey, I don't care.
Hey, Layla be talking.
Hey, I don't care.
Hey, she talk that shit. Every time she
Hey,
come in here.
what's wrong with her? Oh, you talking to somebody, Santo?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got
you
somebody
talking to
doing his
somebody.
hair still.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm tripping.
No, but can you tell that
Hold on right now, nigga.
can you tell that spirit that kicked my door? Can you tell him to come back? Because I want to scrap.
No, but you can't scrap with him. You can't scrap with him, right?
I can't scrap.
No, you can't, nigga. That's
You
like fighting
can
a soul reaper.
scrap if you had sage, because
I got some
entities
sage.
don't like sage.
I got
Yeah,
some
just sage
sage.
your door. They'll go away. Yeah, that's a
Okay,
scrapping with a spirit.
that's your way of fighting. Okay, that's what's up.
Yep.
I'm gonna light the stage and I'm gonna go out there and swing.
What up,
Hey.
what up, Lee?
Hey, he can't duck. He can't duck 1,000 of them. You throw 1,000.
Hey,
Okay, I got three different types. Which one you want to use?
is gonna immobilize him. The sage
Which
is
one you
gonna
want?
immobilize him, and then this left hook gonna knock his ass out.
So I have one. You can hear a girl talking about a milkshake. I don't know what the hell this one was about.
Is it quick?
Yeah, it's quick.
Okay. I can't take none of that.
Oh shit!
Yo, that was clear. Damn.
She must
I
really
think
like
that was
milkshake.
I think I was at the cemetery too. Yeah,
was a-
milkshake. I was like, you want a milkshake?
Hey, we
That's
might have to go to
crazy.
Chandler. We might have to go to Chandler.
My
Nah.
milkshake are the best of yours. Mine is better than yours.
The cemetery we went to. What was it? Last weekend did we go, Michael? So there's this flashlight trick that we do where you unscrew the top of the flashlight. So if you tap it, the light comes on. That's how we get yes and no questions answered. Yeah. So we were asking questions, and then we'll say, "Is this so and so?" Because we were at the grave site, and we'll be like, "Well, is this Daisy so and so?" And the light will come on. And it's like, "Do you have any other family here?" The light will come on for yes, and it wouldn't come on if it was a no answer. So we got that like for 2 hours. We were in the cemetery. We went to 3 different grave sites, and we got those answers to
It was
questions.
so cool.
Every single one. Yeah, it was cool, and I got it all on video.
What did Mama Cam say? Can y'all put Mama Cam's?
Yes. So this was
not Mama
first
Cam,
part.
but Mama Sad.
Mama Sad. This was the first part. When I worked in hospice, we admitted a little old woman. She was alert, lucid, and we got her settled in her room. So she looks at me and says, "Can I die now?"
Oh wow!
I said, "Whenever you're ready." She literally killed over and died right then.
Wow!
That's
That happens a lot in hospices. I've had 4 extended family members in hospice care where I've been at their when they die, and it's very interesting Well, that's a whole nother story. But anyways, I get what you're saying. At least I do. And that's cool that you encouraged her.
Do
Yeah.
we
I had an
Look
you
at
wanna
the
hit it?
time. The time.
We
Look
got
at the
hey,
time.
that's 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes of story time.
Yeah,
nigga.
Because this is, hey, I'm freaked out, and
You gonna
I
sleep with
don't.
the lights on tonight?
Yeah, I ain't drinking no more
I had a
milkshake.
moment like that. It's not that
Go
bad.
ahead. Go ahead, Doc.
My cousin, who was my uncle from my dad's side. I knew him, but I didn't like know him. Not enough for him to come to me like that. But randomly one night, I heard him like he was sitting right here, and he screamed my name hella loud, like loud enough for you like jolt out your sleep. And I remember looking at the time, and it was like I don't know, like 2:30 in the morning. And I went back to sleep, like, yeah, whatever. Went to sleep. And when I woke up that morning, my dad said that he had died in his sleep.
Wow.
And they think he died around that time in the morning. So it's like I heard him before he was
Yeah.
gone. And he had talked to my dad that night before. And I went to sleep that night, and he came back. And it was like he was trying to tell me something, but I just never caught it because I'm real good for being like, I'm trying to sleep. And then going to sleep. Blocking out, like I'm good for blocking stuff out if I don't feel like dealing with it at that moment.
You sage like my ex body spray. Fun.
I got a sage quilt. I'm gonna snuggle
Hey,
up
so
together.
I got it. If you take the sage and you put it in one of the Mexican bowls that you smash and shit with the stick.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you do that, and then you put some water in it, right? And then
He's saying with the stick. Oh my
Hey,
God.
put it on like Arnold. Like Arnold
seasoning
the
bowl.
Predator.
then you gotta liquefy it and put it in a water gun with some pellets. And then if the spirits come, you will be able to penetrate the spirit with the pellets because it's been soaked in sage.
When you do this, I want to know what happens. I would
What
like
you
to
gonna
know. I want to know
say
the
to the
end result.
spirits, nigga? It's Nerf or nothing, nigga.
Send them my way. I got all the ingredients. I'm gonna go get busy tonight.
Hey, Michael, Donna, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. I don't even know if I
great.
should be doing this. Appreciate y'all for coming through.
We say
This
love
is
and
Thank you
light.
so much for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been fun. I
appreciate it.
appreciate you bringing us on.
No doubt. And we probably I would say no, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say I'm a because I heard that y'all was about to go to a haunted prison. Is this correct?
Oh, yes, I'm so excited.
Which one?
I was gonna say I might come through, but I might not.
He ain't coming through.
Wait a minute. I'm going my birthday weekend.
Oh my goodness.
So we're going to the Yuma Territorial Prison on March 9th. We get to investigate for a full 8 hours.
Oh, you
How big
sound
is it?
fun with that one.
It's
That's
the
huge.
prison, it's the cemetery, it's the guard tower, and what they call it, the dark cells. So I'm guessing that it might be like solitary or something.
Solitary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's solitary.
I am so looking forward to that. That's gonna be freaking awesome.
Yep. Lights out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you better,
Yes, man.
go to Chandler and get one of them cursed spirit nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? So you can knock somebody upside the head.
Hey, what they look like Santa with 2 pieces of sage on the end.
Yeah, you gotta get 2 pieces of sage.
All right, hey, yeah, I'm scared. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate y'all
Thank you.
coming through.
Thank you.
Fellas are
Yeah, anytime. Yeah.
okay. Hey, yeah, we might.
Hey,
we,
and tell that
yeah.
lumberjack I don't want no problems. That lumberjack that's been following me around, tell him I don't want no smoke. He big as hell. I don't want no smoke with him.
I know.
I don't think he's looking for smokes, there, guy.
Oh, what are you looking
Oh.
for? I don't got none of that.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I'm about to dip.
I don't got none of that neither.
I'm messing with you.
You looking for a date? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I appreciate
All right.
you too. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you so much.
Thank
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Good night,
Thank
Lisa.
you.
Mama
Night.
Steph.
Good night.
Good night. Y'all out. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc, for coming through.
No worries. They knocked that I was coming. I was like, I'm not gonna miss this one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna miss this one.
That's awesome.
Hey, Andy,
All right,
that
y'all.
flannel he had on was cold though. He had the red and black flannel with the Carhartt overalls. That shit was kind of cold. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm out of here.
Oh my God.
All right.